video is about, and I'm recording on my iPhone because my MacBook Pro is pretty much out of space. And I bought one in 2006. Well, I had one in 2006, and then one in 2013, and then one in 2017. And so the one I have now I've had since 2017, but for some reason, all this space is like pretty much utilized. And I know this is about setting goals. I'll just say this last thing. And I'm a little miffed about that because either I'm working really hard or I'm just using a lot of space. So I have to either get an external hard drive, another external hard drive, or buy a new computer. Anyway, this YouTube is about setting goals. Now I want to talk about setting goals and objectives. So when you set a goal, it's good to set goals because when you achieve those goals, you can see the progress you've made. And it also solidifies things in your mind. And it establishes a record for you to really writing your goals and also setting your goals. And it establishes a record and it allows your mind and body to catch up with what your intention is. So you set an intention, you write a goal, you say, hey, this year I want to lose 20 pounds. And then you set things in motion. You move from that potential energy to that kinetic energy. You begin to move things in motion. But it's not just about what you say you're going to do. What's important is actually putting in the action to meet what you said you're going to achieve. So if you say you want to lose 20 pounds, you set a goal. One of the things you would be well served by doing is also writing objectives, because if you want to achieve that goal, there are certain objectives you have to meet in order to make that goal. And if people talk about SMART goals, right? So you want to have a SMART goal. You want to make a goal that is achievable and have a benchmark. So these objectives might be one, to amend one's diet, right? Amend my diet. So instead of having, a really big dinner, maybe I'll have a few small meals throughout the day to keep my metabolism high. And they won't be high in cholesterol, they won't be high in fats, but they will be meals that are conducive to weight loss and to health and well living. And so that may be one of the objectives, to amend one's diet, or amend my diet. Then the second objective might be to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. And that, as a goal for losing weight, that may be pretty conservative. So you really want to, if your goal is to lose weight, maybe get into the gym 5 or 6 times a week. But let's just say it's 3 or 4 times a week and make it really reasonable and measurable and achievable for the year. So, or for when you set the objective, or set the objective for your goal. So you say, I want to go to the gym 3 or 4 times. And when I get to the gym, you can even make it even with greater accuracy and detail than even just going to the gym. When I go to the gym, I'm going to do 6 inches. I'm going to do, crunches. I'm going to run on the treadmill. I'm going to, weight lift with dumbbells or barbells. I'm going to do chest presses. I'm going to do deadlifts. Like, you can really, I want to do squats. I want to do lunges. And I want to do 4 sets of each, and 4 sets of 12, or 8, 10, and 12. You can really, eight, whatever you want to do, 8 squats, then 10 squats, then 12 squats, or 20 squats, or whatever. And I'm going to do 4 sets of those. So if you're doing 4 sets of 10 squats, we're going to do a total of 40 squats, right? So you can do these things and set that objective. And then you can have another objective. I'm going to rise early, and I'm going to get to bed on time so that my body is prepared for the workouts, and so my body is metabolizing the food at the greatest capacity. So these might be objectives you set in furtherance of meeting your goal of losing that 20 pounds. And there's so many goals. Like, one of the things they say is that millionaires read lots, not supposed to read, even hundreds of books a year. And so, you may set a goal that I'm going to read, 2 books this year, or 4 books this year, or 6 books this year, or a book a month. And some people are even ambitious and say a book a week. And so that's really, really important for setting a goal. And you may say, if you're reading a book a week, you may say, well, I'm going to set aside, 5 hours each day to read a book. Now that may be ambitious too, because you may not have 5 hours in a day to do that, but maybe you say, I'm going to take 20 hours on the weekend, 10 hours on Saturday, 10 hours on Sunday, and just relax and read a book. And maybe you get it read in those 20 hours. especially if it's a shorter book. So these are some of the things you can do to set goals. And setting goals, setting an intention, like you may have a yoga practice, and with yoga practice you say namaste. You kind of I have my phone in my hand, so I can't really do it. But like you have both hands in a prayer position and say namaste and set an intention for that practice. And similar to yoga practice, setting goals, you set an intention. And another goal might be to start a business, or another goal may be to improve my relationships. So you have all these goals you want to establish and accomplish, and they allow you to progress in life. It increases the quality of life, your health, your wealth, your longevity, because you're achieving these goals and you feel good about yourself, and they're healthy goals, presumably. I would think people will only set healthy goals. So you're setting healthy goals for yourself. You're improving your health, through the substantial goals, like your actual physical health by losing weight, or by changing your diet, and then your emotional health and your mental health and your spiritual health by adhering to your objectives and your goals, giving yourself an inner consistency and giving yourself the pat on the back that you need to continue to succeed and excel in life. So I think that one of the things that you want to do when you are setting your goals is making the objectives measurable and achievable, and not overloading yourself, but trying to hit each area of your life: your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, your friendships, your family relationships, right? Trying to set goals in each of these areas so that you can continue to progress. So that is my brief video on setting goals. So I encourage you, even in this 2020 year, right? 2020 is a big year. 2020 is a big year, and it's 2019 has now come to an end, and we're not yet at 2021 or 2022, but we are moving forward in 2020. And as such, there's so many things to accomplish. There's things that are changing in politics. There are things that are changing in environmental justice. There are things that are changing in terms of the traditions and customs of different generations, the baby boomers, the Generation X, the Generation Y, the Generation Z, changes in technology. So it's an opportunity, changes in the way businesses are structured and how people approach business, and so many people venturing into private business ownership. And so it's amazing how there's so many opportunities you can take advantage of in this 2020 year. So this is Antoinette, and this is about setting goals and encouraging the setting of goals. And even in my own life, I'm setting goals and looking to achieve those goals in 2020. For example, I've written a few books already. I've written about 10 books, and I want to write another book in this year or in the near future. There's certain other things I wanted to accomplish, and so this is a journey I'm also embarking on myself, and I've been writing goals for a very, very long time. And when I go back and cross off those goals, there is such a feeling of satisfaction, and that's how I know that setting goals with an intention and moving forward in action on those goals is really beneficial and, again, really satisfying. So this is Antoinette with a 2020 update and about setting goals. Okay, signing off, Antoinette.